This is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space channel. I am reading out of the Torah. On this side is the Hebrew, on this side is the English translated directly from the Hebrew. We are in chapter 50, and last time I ended with verse 10, I believe. And what has happened is Jacob has passed away, and they're taking him back to be buried next to his father and grandfather, Abraham and Isaac. And when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning at the thrashing floor of Atad, they said, "This is a sore mourning to the Egyptians." Wherefore the name of it was called Abel Mitzrayim, which is beyond the Jordan. And his sons did unto him according to he had commanded them. And his sons carried him to the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which field Abraham bought for a possession as a burying place of Ephron the Hittite before Mamre. And Joseph returned unto Egypt, he and his brothers, and all that were gone up with him to bury his father after he had buried his father. And when Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, "Peradventure Joseph may now hate us, and then he would certainly requite us the evil which we have done unto him." And they sent word unto Joseph, saying, "Thy father did command before his death, saying, So shall ye say unto Joseph, O forgive, I pray thee, the trespass of thy brothers and their sin, for evil they done unto thee. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespasses of the servants of God of thy father." And Joseph wept when they spoke unto him. And his brothers also went and fell before him, and they said, "Behold, we will be thy servants." And Joseph said unto them, "Fear not, for I am in the place of God. You brought thee through evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save alive a numerous people. Now therefore fear ye not, I will support you and your little ones." And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house. And Joseph lived 120 years. And Joseph saw of Ephraim's children of the third generation, the children also of Machir the son of Micaiah were brought up upon Joseph's knee. And Joseph said unto his brothers, "I shall die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you up out of the land unto the land which hath sworn to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob." And Joseph caused the children of Israel to swear by saying, "God will surely visit you, and then shall ye carry up my bones from here." So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt. And that's the very end of the book of Genesis. Here's the book of Exodus. Immediately in my next reading, I'm going to read the first, I believe, 13 or 14 verses, until it starts the story of the midwives. And I might read the story of the midwives later. I'm not certain if I'm going to go into reading Exodus. Although this first part concludes the consequences of Joseph's life and his brothers betraying him. Of course, the entire history of the nation of Israel was affected by Joseph's brothers betraying him and them going to the land of Egypt, up into and including and maybe past the events of Jesus Christ himself coming to Egypt in exile to get away from the wrath of Herod after the wise men visited. This affected the course and path of the life of Christ as well. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.